Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. Guys, how good does it feel to get a win under our belts, especially in the Premier League? Listen, before I get into anything, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about today's game. Let me know your thoughts about how it feels to finally get that win under our belts, in the manner that we did as well. Let me set the scene for you in terms of where I was, how I was watching the game. So today, I wasn't even able to attend the game. I wasn't able to do my watch along as usual because it was my nephew's baby blessing. So I was out with family. My son was up as well. And, I was at the restaurant and just had the iPad on, watching the game. And, when I saw Fulham score after like 2 or 3 minutes, I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's going to be one of them days, especially in the manner in which we lost and conceded, from a set piece, from a corner, things or areas where we've been so strong in the past. Seemingly of late, there have been areas of a bit of concern. But then I'm just there, trying to watch the game. I'm seeing that, our movement's a bit better. The ball movement's a bit better. I'm seeing that the players seem to be moving with a little bit more confidence in how they're pushing the ball around. And then, boom. I'm away from the table for like 2 seconds, and my son's like, oh my gosh, Ollie Watkins. So I run over and I see the replay of Ollie Watkins scoring such a classy goal. I saw that and I thought to myself, that doesn't look like a player who's lacking confidence. That looks like a player that just needed to score a goal. A man that just needed an opportunity. And this is where I think we are villains. I feel like after today, and I'm not trying to be one of those fans that is hyperbolic, right? I don't want to be one of those fans that thinks, oh, everything's good and everything's fine. But I'm seeing, and if you watch my midweek mashups, if you see my tactical debriefs, you will see that the things that I've been saying, we've been lacking. Emery's trying to change how we move, trying to do a little bit more wing play, a little bit more wide play, a little bit more interplay. I saw a better performance from Morgan Rogers today. And you know what? Massive shout out to him for stepping up. He wasn't perfect again today, but we saw him on the ball. He's not allowed the ridicule or the scrutiny to stop him from wanting to be the player that he's meant to be. And what I saw today was a better performance. The other day we saw the game against Bologna and, we won, but it wasn't a great performance. I think today showed heart, it showed resilience, it showed some metal, do you know what I mean? For us to go one down and in this climate where the fans are really quite, our patience is low and they know that people are watching them waiting for Villa to fall and falter. The players went one down, but you know what? Villa Park still has that fortress feeling. And we came back from 1-0 down and we finished the game 3-1. Was it perfect? No. Is there space for more improvement? Yes, 1000%. Did we have some injuries today that were unexpected? Yes. But we saw our players step up. And you know what? I want to give a massive shout out to our skipper. Yeah, our skipper, Mr. John, Super John Mcginn. Yeah, because he has kind of shown, you know what? I've been saying for a while that we don't take shots from outside the box. That's why teams are just willing to just sit back and let us come onto them, pause, because we don't have any risk. But the last 2 games, this man has lashed 2 shots from outside the box and nestled them into the bottom corner and brought us out. That is our skipper. You know what? And he may not be the most technically gifted player. He may not be the most talented player. But you know what? That man has heart. He has grit. He has desire. And you know what? There's no one better to have that armband right now in our club. So massive shout out to him. Listen, guys, I'm probably going to do a proper debrief. I'm going to have to sit down and actually fully watch the game start to finish, because today was interrupted. It was a bit intermittent, but the bits that I saw, the lengths of time that I saw, there's only maybe like 5 or 6 minutes that I missed, but those are key moments, right? I saw a team that was starting to gel. And as I've been saying for the last few weeks or the last few videos, that in some respects we have been in preseason. These first 4 or 5 games of the season have been our preseason because a lot of our acquisitions in the summer came late. You know, even the ones that weren't on the final day, they were quite late. So into the transfer window. So we're in preseason now, and maybe we're starting to see now, guys. I don't know. You let me know, innit? Maybe we're now gonna see the fruits. And I know it's Fulham. They've had a good start to the season, you know. And next week we got Burnley. And you know what? What I need to see, I need us to go. Sorry, we go in the week and beat Feyenoord, I think. And then next week we go and slap up Burnley, right? And then you know what? Give man the confidence to go into those 3 games against Spurs, City, and Liverpool back to back to back to back, yeah, and know that we actually can. You know, Liverpool are beatable, City are beatable, Spurs are 100% beatable, yeah. And I think the squad that we have, if these guys lick form at the right time, they will, and we will be able to do what we did before. So, massive shout out to the boys. Excited. I'm going to do a proper debrief. Let me watch the game. Let me go and have a pre. Do a little bit more and do a proper debrief tomorrow. But listen, guys, are we back? I feel like we're on the way. So listen, villains, keep our heads up. Continue to support the boys. Today is what we needed. A nice win on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, in the Premier League to get our season going. And hopefully we can continue to build on that as the weeks go on. So as you know, guys, continue to like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear what you have to say. Those that were in the house in Villa Park today, let me know what it was like. Was it rocking? Was it booming? Were the fans giving it all, giving it their best? I want to know. If you weren't and you were at home and you were watching it with a copper in your hand, did you nearly spill the drink when Ollie Watkins scored that deft chip over the keeper and Mcginn slapped it into the bottom corner? Let me know how it was. Let me know the jubilation you felt at the time. So yeah, up the Villa as always. This has been Villa Noir. I'll see you soon. Peace.